Neil, satisfying personally your performance, but how do you sum up the whole state of the game and the team's feeling at the moment?
Yeah, pretty tough day. It's obviously when you come out this morning after the long hard work we put in yesterday and hoping for some rewards early doors, and there wasn't obviously any, and I thought we kept fighting, we kept trying, and that's one of the great characteristics about this team is that we kept giving everything, especially even in the field, and the opportunities that came was just sort of didn't really always go our way. And then finally we created something, thought we might have a bit of a gap, and then two guys came out and played really well. So tough day, but you sometimes got to take the good of the bad, I guess, and it is one of those things, but full credit to, again, Australian batsmen. They've been almost like a step ahead of us in some sort of way. They've played really well and showed a lot of patience and some clear plans, and they kept doing that throughout the whole innings.
What about the team approach? A few times there you guys went on the defensive. Tom had a bowl, you came back and then sort of sparked things up again. Was it quite hard to maintain that intensity, or how did you see the whole flow of the game going?
No, it's obviously it's still pretty hot out there. It's still pretty warm, and we've bowled a lot of overs sort of, during obviously the season so far. So it's about trying to keep those legs fresh. If you can buy a wicket in some sort of way and you can earn that right to strike again and come with bowlers and sort of rotate them and think about a second innings as well. Try and have bowlers fresh to be able to steam in. So, everybody knows that we can bowl a lot of overs. I think it's one of our strengths as a bowling group that we can back it up, we keep going. We might not be the quickest always on the radar, but we definitely some of the fittest bowlers going around who can back up over after over, keep running in and really try their hardest, and that's all you can ask for. And I'm pretty proud of our group that we just kept stuck fighting at it. Yeah, so really good.
On that, Neil, where does this rank series so far, I guess, in terms of physical challenges that you and the others have had?
Yeah, really up there, to be honest. I think outside of India, this is really up there, one of the hardest. The wicket sort of got, I guess, a little bit quicker since, I guess, around about lunchtime today. I reckon it's sort of quickened up a little bit more. Not a hell of a lot, but it was pretty tough graft where you think Australia, you come in and it's fast bouncy wickets. It wasn't really the case from ball one yesterday. So, but obviously with the heat and things that we're not always used to, and then bowling long spells and long overs, it's right up there. And then against a quality batting lineup as well, they showed a lot of fight, a lot of grit, and they showed they stuck to their plans for long periods of time, and everything we threw at them, they had pretty good answers for it. So I guess it's the nature of the beast. Sometimes you get a bit of a nick or one-handed grab and it goes your way, and you can put two or three on it and put pressure in the middle order. But the top order, put us under the pump from the start.
Neil, do you get surprised by how people get amazed by your fitness, that you can just keep running in 41 degrees, 35 degrees? And is there a secret behind it?
I think I've said it in the previous conference and other stuff. I wish I was a bowler who can nip it both ways and do everything and, hit the stumps the whole time and all that sort of stuff. But I think one of my strengths is to run in and bowl long spells and do what I do. And I guess it's a bit of an attribute for mine, and I keep working hard on that fitness and those sort of things, and being able to do that for long periods, and I guess whatever the team needs from me on the day, I just want to keep contributing to the team. I think we've got two amazing bowlers in Tim and Trent who can swing it and seam it and do all those pretty stuff. I think in that sort of sense they're world class in my opinion, and for me it's just to try and do whatever I can from my end to contribute it or I guess play my role.
With the knuckleball that you seem to have developed, how did that come about? Have you worked on it for a while?
Yeah, I've been playing a bit of domestic T20 cricket and one-day cricket. You always try and work on different skills and bowling, obviously Yorkers or change-ups and slow balls. And I felt to be more effective in that format, I had to work on a good slow ball, and I sort of felt that it's going to come in handy in Test cricket too. So, especially when you go into subcontinent sort of side of things where the wickets are slower and trying to buy, I guess, a wicket in different ways. It's something I've worked really hard on, and it's coming out all right at the moment.
Neil, you mentioned just previously there that the Aussies, particularly today when they got away from you, seemed to step ahead of you. Does that mean you guys need a bit of a recalibration in the second innings and also going into Sydney to come up with something different to try and get those wickets that you haven't been able to get?
I just think it's our plans are very good, and I think I still back it. Like I said, we've got a quality bowling lineup. The amount of edges we've had that just didn't carry Colin de Grandhomme, I think, beat the bat so many times where it's a bit of luck you need sometimes in this game as well. I thought we created pressure and created those periods for something to happen, and you just keep going past the bat, and sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating, and then you sort of leak a couple of runs. I thought our plans were still pretty good. Credit goes to Steve Smith. He said he's gone away and worked on the short ball. It's been something we felt we can get him out. He was patient, he kept leaving it, and I felt even in the first couple of balls of his innings, there was a lot that just ballooned in the air and just fell nowhere. So that goes to hand, and all of a sudden, it's a different ball game. So the plans are still good. I think it's just, you got to be ruthless against a quality, batting lineup. They show they're patient, and if you do miss, they get on top of you. You just got to be, I guess, better for longer periods of time, and sometimes you need a bit of luck, and I think we didn't really have that. I think there's a lot of edges that didn't carry or went quite square of the wicket, and other days when that goes to hand, you put pressure on him, and it's a different ball game. You might bowl him out for under 300. So I thought, our bowling plans and our bowlers were really good. I think it's just maybe doing it for a little, longer periods of time and being, I guess, ruthless against a quality lineup, like I said.
Neil, you looked to have a bit of an opportunity when you did get Steve out. How did you see those first few overs when Tim Paine came in? Did you bowl as a team where you wanted to bowl and he was just hitting the ball well, or how did you see it?
Like I said, at that stage, the wicket was still on the slowish sort of side. He lunged quite a bit on it, hit on the up, hit a couple of through covers, and there wasn't much swing on offer. And we sort of felt like, the first couple of balls to him was obviously to pitch him up and nick him off, and a couple of plays and misses. Like I said, if you get an edge there and you open up an end, and it's a different sort of game. But then he looked to take the short ball on, which obviously creates opportunities. But again, you've got to give credit where credit's due. He played it well. He scored of it. He sort of was real decisive in the ones he wanted to attack, and then the ones he left, there's a lot that he pulled out of, which full credit goes to him, the way he played it. Obviously, you want to try and get him out like that, but then he was still being able to score on it. And then the time when we got him out, for some reason, the ball started swinging again, and just a little bit of nip. And the whole innings there wasn't one ball. I guess it had the pad, and then finally 2 balls in a short space of time started hitting the pads, where it tells you then it's obviously quickening up then a little bit.
And have you ever had a batsman walking down the wicket to you while trying to duck a bouncer?
No, never. Interesting. But like I said, it shows their fight. They were pretty determined. They showed some really good plans against it, and they've come out and they were patient on it. So didn't give me too many opportunities with it. But I guess like we said, got to be smart with those plans and keep going for long periods of time. And if they don't get away on it, then hopefully create some opportunities.